Waking up might be the worst part of my day. Except for that right there. That's one of the best. Not that sleeping is any better. The things I see in my dreams confuse me more than they disturb me these days, and I'm woken up too early by the morning sun boisterously shining through the sorry excuse for blinds. I wake up and the weight of the next 16 hours of my existence sits on my chest like an overweight dog that just doesn't know how big it is. Maybe it's anxiety. Or maybe I'm just a miserable guy between the hours of 4 and 9 a.m. Newsflash, it's both. I open my eyes, and right away I remember that I have to do a photo shoot 2 weeks from now, and my sister is visiting soon, and oh my god, what am I gonna make for dinner? Chill, dude. It's 10 hours from now. Did I wash my hands after cleaning the litter box last night, or have I been spreading particles of cat feces across every possible surface? I should really buy my girlfriend some slippers from my apartment. I gotta wash these floors too often. Maybe if I try blending everything other than the frozen fruit first, the blender won't shake like a Chihuahua. Does my family still like me? You get the point. I don't get a break from myself. The thing that's funny to me, though, is that a guy like Socrates would look at me and tell me that I'm doing it right. 2,500 years ago, he said himself, "The unexamined life is not worth living." That is to say that we should all make decisions using our ability to reason, instead of being like our ape brethren and reacting to the world with pure instinct and emotion. Well, every decision in my life is made with the account of as much context and reason and logic as you could jam into a 40-liter trash can. So I suppose my life is worth living, right? Well, it is, don't get me wrong, but there's a happy medium between my daily tsunami of decisions that must be right and just pure animalistic thrashing around. I imagine that in the time of Socrates, your average person likely didn't put much real thought into anything they did. Why would they? Do what feels right and move along. If you happen to be an anomaly of intellectual curiosity, however, like Socrates and his compatriots, that simplicity being the de facto state of being for most people around you would be pretty frustrating. Without the movement of those early Western philosophers toward using actual reason for daily decision-making and introspection, society was going absolutely nowhere. In the context of our lives now, though, the differences between unexamined and examined lives are a bit more nuanced. The world is so chock full of stimulation and people seemingly screaming in your face, telling you that you must take a stand on every political issue and carefully plan every aspect of your future, or you're just not doing enough. You're doing the bare minimum, man. One can't be blamed for wanting to work a relatively simple job and come home to enjoy the company of their loved ones as much as possible. I can't look at others around me and criticize them for not optimizing their cooking process so that the kitchen is clean the instant the meal is done. If someone doesn't engage in much introspection and regularly fails to see fault in their own actions, I can think that's wrong. It is, really, but that doesn't make their life worthless. I just wouldn't want to be them. I try not to anyway. Maybe I'm just jaded. I'm me every day of my life, and frankly, watching back those videos that you just saw of myself, especially without any of my voice over top of it, it's super weird because it's very peaceful. And this is not. I'm not saying that I'm, this crazy person or whatever. I'm not, super abnormal. But it's weird. And I want to break sometimes, and I'm sure you do too. And the context of now is so different from our boy Socrates back then, and we can take a break from examining now and then. We can. I think we can all agree on that one. Because especially in the last couple of years, we've all been inside with nothing to do but examine all the things that could be different about our lives, when in reality, a lot of us have everything that we could possibly need. Obviously, we can improve, and I can improve my cooking time and whatever, but it's so trivial. So I'm gonna try to give myself a break, even though I might not be able to. And you should too, if you can.